Hey, Jenna. Congratulations. I hope it goes well. All right, Rebecca. Wisconsin is cheap. Nice. So you're moving to Wisconsin. Wild. Cheese curds. Indeed. You might be able to get some pretty decent poutine while you're there. Poutine. Fries, cheese curds, gravy. We don't have to, not in Wisconsin. Huh. Hi, Mike. I would have thought that it would because it's a land of cheese curds and gravy. Like, how does Wisconsin not have poutine? Fries? Great. Cheese curds? Wisconsin loves cheese curds. Gravy? You gonna tell me that the Wisconsinites don't like putting gravy on everything? Hey, Comic Brook. Land of cheese curds, Culver's name, W. I don't know. It's just I'm not sad, Comic Brook. I'm always happy for you to show up. I think because I was distracted by talking about something else. I think as I was distracted by the fact that Wisconsin doesn't have poutine. You would think if any state in the entirety of the country was going to have poutine. T-Pain rhymed mansion with Wisconsin. I do not remember that. I went to see it at a hot dog stand. Do you think Comic Book would join me? I hope so. Hey, Killface. Because, like, I'm sure they love fries. They love cheese. I'm sure they love gravy. How could they not love something that combines those three things? Wildly inappropriate. Back in 20 minutes. Did I ever go to Vermont? Eh. Instead of fries, it's fried cheese curds. Apparently, Maine has the best. Apparently, Maine has the best poutine in the U.S. Um, Portland apparently has decent potan. Disney World, evidently. Oh, actually, apparently the Epcot one sucked. Yeah. So it must be the bean, even though it was mysteriously flipped overnight and no one noticed. Well, Rebecca, I will root for the power to go out then. You're very drunk, Jenna? Fair enough. Signing a lease, yeah. Yeah, that's exciting and stressful, so totally valid reason to start getting drunk. Hey, good Rebecca. I haven't seen anything about Canada cutting the power off. More accurately, it would be Ontario cutting it off. It's on Fox News. Doug Ford said he would cut a power off with a smile. We shall see, I suppose. It's worth noting. It would be. It would mostly affect like a little bit of the northeastern U.S. Like I think like sort of northern New York State as well, upstate New York in particular. Um, didn't Scapegoat throw two doggies out? Yeah, I gave Scapegoat a 1 minute timeout for throwing out two hot dogs, but then she never came back. It was only for 1 minute. Scrape is one. Yes. Almost everyone who watches me is a woman, Rebecca. Bitches love me. Hey, Buttercup. I'm like Charlie Brown. I got hose. Topic of discussion. Does Charlie Brown have hose? Discuss. Yeah, Powerpuff Girls shirt again. Yep. And forgot what he said last night. Shit, I mostly forgot what I said last night. Don't say what again. That Charlie Brown has hose? It's an internet meme. It's just a weird ass meme. I say to people, "You're a good man, Charlie Brown." When they do something kind or good. Oh, that's nice. Depends if he knows your mom or not. Nora won Best Picture. One thing I saw Chris was so that what's it, Amelia Perez, that won a couple of awards. And the people who and like, you know, a movie about transgender Mexicans. You think the people accepting the awards took the opportunity to speak out against the treatment of trans people or Mexicans? Fuck no, of course not. Of course they wouldn't do that. They don't actually give a shit about trans people or Mexican people. Amelia Perez's French film. Yeah. French movie created by cisgender people who didn't really bother putting that much effort into learning about Mexican culture or trans people. Protect trans Mexican kids. Yep. Isaac. A lot of actual trans people hated that movie. And like, protect Canyon? No. And yeah, I mean, the fact that, you know, they couldn't even be bothered to speak out in support of trans people or Mexican people, fuck off with that shit. Just absolutely fucking spineless of them. They're either spineless or utterly fucking indifferent. Boyfriend always pulls my hair, and it's by accident, but it doesn't matter. I hate it. Fair. Hey, naughty. So it is more complicated than that, naughty. Autistic people have a higher likelihood of being queer in general, whether it's gay, bisexual, trans, ace, whatever. autistic people, just have a higher rate of coming out as some kind of queer. That was bad phrasing, but of some brand, somewhere along the queer. They have a higher likelihood, higher rate of coming out somewhere along the queer spectrum. The speculation is that basically autistic people spend more time in their heads, more time sort of self-analyzing, while also feeling less beholden to societal norms. Going to be too that if you're out as autistic, you're more likely to be out as gay too. Kinda, yeah. There is a little bit of that as well. So yeah, it's hey Dandy. Hey Dandy. Hate my coworkers can't have a normal conversation. Indeed. So yeah, it's not that autistic people are more likely to be trans. It's that autistic people are more likely to be anywhere along that entire spectrum of queer identity. Boyfriend thinks I might be autistic. I think it could be on the spectrum. Could be. No, naughty. I do not at all think that is the reason. Not even a little. Lepring just lost her husband. Aw. That's a shame. Dolly Parton is a global treasure. Hey, Mac. Like, she is one of those people who is just pure good. She is just such an absolutely wonderful person. So I forget which state it was, but there was some state that decided to stop working with Dolly Parton's Imagination Library, which, like, how do you say no to Dolly fucking Parton giving out free books to children? You know, like, how do you fucking do that? What kind of shitty ass person is like, you know what? No, we don't want Dolly Parton's help giving free books to children. Because fuck them kids. I forget the details. I think the way it worked out is like, she buys the books, like her foundation buys the books. And then she works with state governments to distribute them to the kids. I think specifically through United Way, I believe it was, if I remember correctly. And one of the states decided to cut the funding to United Way. Like, it's so the United Way distribution portion of it is funded by state government, and the state decided, no, we're not going to do that anymore. So yeah, these Republican shitheels decided, no, we're not giving free books to kids via Dolly fucking Parton. Hey, Elf. Make a Grindr account? No, Dandy, I'm not making a Grindr account. John Cena's a bad man. Yep. I did hear about John Cena's big heel turn. What's funny is he spent so long as a face. And then on his way out, he's like, okay, yeah, this is my last year. What did John Cena do? Uh, he became a villain. He decided that he's going to be a villain now for his, like, he's retiring. Like, he's like, this is going to be my last year, and then I'm retiring from wrestling. Hey, Yosh. And for his last year, for his retirement, he's like, well, time to be a bad guy. I mean, good storytelling. Nobody expected it. It's not something that anybody expected. Did the stick with dimples get any awards last night? Who? I don't know who you're talking about, Rebecca. Who is the stick with dimples? Wrestling is gay softcore porn, but with stunt work. They play characters in aligned with morals. How can you be a villain in wrestling? Yeah, I mean it's all stories. It's soap operas. Gender dysmorphia driven by something else. I mean, it's looks like she's 12 on a stick in segment. What singer though? Like, I have no idea who you're talking about, Rebecca. Oh, that's right. You said it's Ariana Grande, right? You said it's Ariana Grande. Hey, Jordan. I don't think she won an award, but she did get to perform, I think. Come Ramona and run a kayfabe with her. But no, what drives gender dysmorphia, what drives it is just feeling like you're the wrong gender, feeling like what drives it is the feeling that the body you were born into does not reflect your uh, internal sense of self. Ask me a question so I know if I'm drunk. Uh, Are you drunk, Jenna? Your URL? You know the pageantry of wrestling was implied and didn't need fake dynamics? I do think that wrestling is very cool and interesting. Make insane money doing gut boy videos. Because, like, the athleticism is incredible. Don't you can tell today? Not today, no. People have changed that. Detransition is very rare. Regret rates for those therapies are exceptionally low. So, like 98% of the time, when someone transitions, they stay transitioned. Wonder if you page. Nope. Seems like that's work has been offered to him since transitioning. No, I don't think he regrets it. Has he gotten less work? He's only 38. Yeah, it's 2020 that he came out as trans. I mean, he's going to be in the Odyssey. HRT is getting tariffed. Been a Netflix show. Well, the Netflix show, I think he was already doing before he transitioned. The Umbrella, yeah, the Umbrella Academy he started on before he actually even transitioned in the first place. So that one doesn't really count. But yeah, I mean, he was on Umbrella Academy until just this past year. So he was working there. He's done some producing. Yeah, he continues to do some production work. He did a movie Close to You. Production work can be much bigger money. Yeah. Seen them in some modeling campaigns. Sure. People who thought they were in the wrong body and 3 years later, they no longer feel the same. I mean, that happens. Elliot Page doesn't appear to be working. Okay, so Umbrella Academy literally just finished this past year, and he is going to be in the Odyssey. He's going to be in the fucking Odyssey, Rebecca. Oh, he doesn't seem to be working. And he's going to be in a movie based on one of the foundations of literature. And that's right after wrapping. That's soon after wrapping the Umbrella Academy, a massively popular TV show. Ooh, that's what Marguerite Bennett has been doing apparently. As he apparently also voiced a character for show Arc, the animated series, which was written by Marguerite Bennett, a comic book writer I really like. What is the Odyssey of Shakespeare? Ancient Greece. The Odyssey is based on it's ancient Greece, so it's like 3,000 years old. Who wrote the Odyssey? So it is the Odyssey is it's attributed to Homer. Hey, Concho, I did not watch the Oscars. That's it. As far as like who wrote the Odyssey, I mean, it comes from oral tradition. Like it was. I will say the question of who wrote the Odyssey, it's attributed to Homer, but setting aside the question of whether Homer was even real, like whether Homer was actually like a real person, it was one of those stories that just got passed around. Your mom and I have an oral tradition. I think she might have shown me at least one of those dandy that I sent her 3 years ago. Me show photo to Patrick Bateman. I think she did show me the Patrick Bateman one. I don't remember the Edward Norton one, but I think she did show me the photo of the Photoshop of me as Patrick Bateman. That one rings a bell. That one very much rings a bell. The other one doesn't. Edward Norton doesn't, but Patrick Masturbate. Can we see them? Oh, I don't think I have them. I have to send them to your PO box. Meant to go to my PO box today. Forgot. Go tomorrow. Head down before I go to bed. The point of paying for it is to go to it. Yep. Also tied to what you eat and exercise. Yep. I know. I still say fuck it. You cat. Like weather snow? Yeah, looks like we do apparently have a little bit of a snow shower going on right now. Apparently. I'm gonna give your coworker your number, Nova. Gonna shoot your shot. You go, girl. To review. I would not do a review of a pocket pussy now. Cyclone gearing up off the coast. Likes PO box chicken stuff. Ah, okay. I mean, that shouldn't make that much of a difference. No one has sent me a pocket pussy yet. I would not use it. I would not talk about it. Have you ever tried zucchini? I don't think I have ever tried zucchini. It's on the way. No, I don't. I don't want a pocket pussy. Clipping that. Would I keep it? I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'd do with it if somebody actually sent me one. I think there might be a school not too far from where from Mesa. I could try. No, I think there might be a school not too far from me, so maybe I could just leave it outside of school. Red fresh baked bread. I have not. Don't look a gift whore in the mouth. You want to watch Rain Man? I would not leave it outside of school. I mean, high school. Maybe a high school. What if I told you I put a mirror in my room to better watch myself watching you? Nice, nice. Liking children's bed sheets has nothing to do with trans. Has more to do with collectible interests. A little bit. I changed them. I changed them when it was like 3 days after I received them. I posted the photo of it. Yeah, it was like 2 weeks ago. Best sleep of your life. Resembling a care package. Reactors really won't stop yapping about those sheets. Weird. Watched The Breakfast Club for the first time yesterday. Twin Bed at 40 is crazy work. Yeah. It's all I need. I will forever resent The Breakfast Club for having Alison Sheedy's character change to win over the douchey jock character. She should not have needed to change herself. California King Waterbed. Lucille deserves his own side. Emilio Estevez. That's right. Emilio Estevez. That's right. Is the 80s not as way it was? Yeah, because the 80s was shit. The 80s was a stupid ass decade. Not that that should actually stop in the 80s. The 90s always, the 90s and the 2000s loved that shit as well, where like, the nerdy loser girl takes off her glasses and, oh my, she's beautiful. That was a huge thing for a long time. Weird semi-non-consensual and abusive thing between Molly Ringwald and Judd Nelson was more upsetting. Yes, there was that. That was gross, and like going under his skirt. Like, what the fuck, dude? Dallas Chick in the Breakfast Club was a total drag and a hag in the beginning. She honestly looked way better. Like, honestly, I thought she looked way cuter with her weird outfit. That weird ass fucking, like, what was it, like, that blindingly white dress she put on? Like, Jesus Christ. The dandruff was gross. Okay, sure. Weird girls are the cutest girls. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Some old comics, do you think I can trust pawn shops? I don't think pawn shops take comics. You can try a local comic book shop, but unless they're in good condition. Hygiene is important, yes. She looks like she's going to Easter church. Exactly, yeah. Like, Jesus, lady. Yeah, like I've never seen comic books at a pawn. To be fair, I don't really go to pawn shops, but I don't think pawn shops take comic books. Um, if they barely take prose books, like even prose books, I don't think most pawn shops are really that interested in. Comic book shops will sometimes take them if they are in good condition and still potentially valuable. Why are so many celebrities dying lately? There's always celebrities dying. If you're trying to get rid of old comics, realistically, your best bet is like, oh, maybe donate them to a shelter. eBay. You can try eBay. Honestly, for most comics, like trying like a shelter or something like that, like a women's shelter, is like just like kids enjoy comic books. Don't know their value. Probably very low. 99.9% of comics are not worth anything. Melnoe Mac? Who? Melanie Mac? Who? Melanie Mac. Yeah, she's cute. Maybe a little on the skinny side. A little on the skinny side for my liking. Yeah, she's cute. She also looks very young for me. She looks like what? Probably like early 20s, I guess. Pretty sure she'd need to be like a decade older before I'd want to. She's 39. Seriously? She does not look 39. I think like early 20s. Oh, wait, Christian YouTuber. Oh, Andy. Okay, so apparently she's made some anti-queer comments. So I no longer find her attractive. She says the S slur a lot. Yeah, reading about her, I no longer find her attractive. Imagine that. I was born in 1985, Jordan. Just trying to capitalize on the incel nerd community. Entirely possible. Yeah, like it's very much possible that she's trying to capitalize on, yeah, that she's just doing the grift, that she's just pulling the grift. A lot of so-called right-wing e-girls do this. Yeah. I still have fond memories of that black woman who said she was getting a lot of said that she was a Trump supporter and she was getting a lot of hate and harassment for being a Trump supporter. And then it came out that she was a Democrat, and like she raised a bunch of money, like a bunch of people donated to her. And then it came out that she was lying about it, and she was like, "Gotcha, gotcha, bitches." No, like, she had like it came out that she was grifting, and she fully admitted it and had not an ounce of shame. It's just like you people suck. You deserved it. But yeah, the alt right YouTube community is very much a grift because like they'll take anything and turn into like part of this big grand conspiracy. A video game will have allow people to choose their pronouns, and they'll freak out and cry and all that. And it's like, fuck off. Oh no, it has an optional thing. Very angry group. Because anger gets views. It's really what it comes down to is um, anger gets attention. So their paychecks rely on being angry. Their livelihoods rely on that performative anger. I expect there's a lot of cases where like they don't actually give a shit about the thing they're complaining about. Like it's they'll find something to complain about. Like they don't actually care. It's like it's a complete nothing issue to them. But they have to pretend because they got to make that money. Hey, Pickle. Mario RPG soon. Probably not, Pickle. Did love Mario RPG back in the day. An absolute classic. It is. I had the guide as well. I got the player's guide for it. Sometimes I would just like read through the player's guide. There were a few games that I had player's guides for, and yeah, sometimes I just like flip through them. The Earthbound guide. I love flipping through the Earthbound guide. Earthbound guide goes for like $150. I can believe it. Popular game, and like the guide was damn near crucial to play the game. Earthbound is over it. Nah, Earthbound was amazing. I do think that honestly, pound for pound, the Super Nintendo might have been the absolute best console for RPGs. Like, I honestly think that, like, yeah, because I mean, you have Final Fantasies 4 and 6, or 2 and 3 in North America. On my top 3 console of all time. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it was just an incredible console, but like just specifically for the RPGs. Say goes back. Not for RPGs though. In terms of like the RPGs, Final Fantasies 4 and 6 slash 2 and 3, Earthbound, fucking Chrono Trigger, Breath of Fire, Mario RPG. Yeah, Breath of Fire 1 and 2. Illusion of Gaia. Secret of Mana. Secret of Evermore. Dragon Quests. Though those were Japan only. So here is the thing, Naughty. If a woman says, I don't date Asian men, That's racist. No one's saying she's obligated to date Asian men. No one's saying that she has to. They're just saying if you are ruling out Asian men as a whole, that's racist. If a man says, I would not date a trans woman, he's saying that on some level he does not see trans women as actually being women. Again, no one's saying that he's obligated to date a trans woman. No one's even really saying that he's bad for it. Like, no one's even saying that he has to be attracted to trans women or anything like that. The attitude is what makes the difference. There's a difference between yeah, I wouldn't be able to date a trans woman, and I would never date a trans woman. The guy saying, just as a statement of fact, you know, I wouldn't be able to date a trans woman. You know, just like, you know, fine, sure, fair enough. Is it transphobic? Sure. Is it a big deal? Not really. Nobody cares. Genuinely, nobody actually cares about that. Like, it's trans people have way bigger things to worry about than some dude not wanting to date them. Shit. They're probably happier about that than they are about the fucking trans chasers. The chaser. Like, they're probably more comfortable with the guy not wanting to date them than they are with the actual fucking chasers. Those people are usually creepy. So it's it's transphobic, but it's mildly transphobic. It's genuinely not a huge deal. Where it becomes a problem is the people who make a big deal out of the fact that they would not date a trans person. The people who boast about it. Because that's real transphobic. And there's a lot of people who boast about the fact that they would not date trans people. Or like who get furious at the very idea of dating a trans person. Because yeah, it's like, you know, Scapegoat. There you are, Scapegoat. Because like there's check the box around 310. I will try it, Jordan. Because there's like, hey, would you date a trans woman? Nah, I don't think I would be able to do that. whatever. But then there's, hey, would you date a trans woman? What? No, no, I would not. Those people are transphobic and they're assholes. Yeah, I'm gonna go refill my water. I'll be back in a moment. All right, I'm back. Hey, Carbon. Trans women competed in the Olympics. Definitely using peptides. The one thing I do want to state about Leah Thomas. The time she lost after transitioning was equivalent to the time difference between the top performing men and the top performing women. Happy belated birthday, Scapegoat. I find it interesting that people who hate trans people are so preoccupied with them. It is really fucking creepy. They make it their entire personality. Like that Graham Linehan guy. He like drove away his family because he could not stop being transphobic for 5 fucking minutes out of a day. You know, he lost family, he lost friends, he lost career. Like he just so transphobic that he alienated everyone around him. And like that happens a lot. No, he is not. I fucking hate that idea. Happens with trans people, happens with gay people. Where somebody is virulently hateful towards them. That's like, oh, he's probably in the closet. And no, fuck that. We are not going to blame gay people for their own fucking discrimination. We're not going to blame trans people for their own fucking oppression. No. I legitimately hate that line of reasoning. Yes, there are some self-hating gay people in the closet. Yes, there are some self-hating trans people in the closet. That is definitely a thing that happens. the vast majority of homophobes and transphobes are just assholes. I know 2 people who were gay haters and they're now out. Yeah, it absolutely happens. Where like they're overcompensating, but in the vast majority of cases, no, it's just hateful assholes who want to have an acceptable target to hate on. I really hate my friend's dog, but I'm not attracted to it. Exactly. You hate your friend's dog, but you're not secretly a dog yourself. Had to do because of the family dynamics. Yeah. She is a goat. Exactly. Yeah, she's a goat. Exactly. But yeah, it is like transphobia is legitimately a cult. The people fall down this rabbit hole and they make it their whole personality. They just cannot stop talking about it and thinking about it. They alienate they alienate people around them. So that, you know, the only people that they end up talking to are people who repeat, like who just sort of reassure them of how right they are. Is yeah. It's like a lot of people who go after trans people and say, "Oh, we're just protecting women." An awful lot of them have had jack shit to say about Donald fucking Trump. Aside from like, see, even he knows trans people are a threat. Like, you know, like they'll praise his anti-trans bullshit and say jack shit about any other policy he has. You were tricking me? I'm sorry for seeing through it, scapegoat. Hey, Larry. I'm pretty sure what tipped me off was your name, your screen name. I think it was your screen name that sort of clued me in that it was you. Just that very subtle hint, you know? Maybe if you'd called yourself like Scrape Mule, might have been enough to trick me. Am I happy? No. Hey, Uncle Buck. Thanks. I hate it for me too. But that's just depression. Jump on my spring cleaning today and I'm pooped. Ordering a double QP and Jabber Shake. No. Nah, I'm still boycotting McDonald's. I'm boycotting both McDonald's and milkshakes. McDonald's because they're evil. Milkshakes because they give me the shits. Nasty ass shits. Communicate with Joyful Steffi. Deep clean my laundry room, cat's bedroom. Thanks for sharing. You're welcome, Buttercup. I know people are always interested in hearing about my nasty ass shits. Why wouldn't anyone want to hear about that? I don't know who Joyful Steffi is. You keep Steffers and her prayers away. I don't even know who the hell she is, so just staying away from dairy. I mostly do. Except cheese. I do eat some cheese. I like a little bit of cheese after my dinner. Take a seat right here and I'll start talking. Okay. Milkshakes give you smoothies. I wouldn't describe them as smooth. She left S. Jim, abandoned him. Shameful of her. Is this Jim Sterling? Oh shit, I'm blanking on the name of the comic creator who came out as trans not long ago. Sterling made me think of Starlin. And that reminded me that there is a very notable comic creator who just recently came out as trans. Trans woman YouTuber gamer. Goes by Jim and Stephanie. Isabella, that's right. Ginny Blake Isabella, formerly known as Tony Isabella, who still writes under that name. I wouldn't be disappointed to die in my sleep. Indeed. I mean, that seems like a pretty good way of dying, honestly. Like, if you're gonna die, it's like the old joke says. It's like the old joke goes. Better to die in your sleep rather than screaming like the people in the car. The other people. Better to die in your sleep than screaming like the other people in your car. Dying is just a release from pain. Yep. A teacher? Okay. Heard this joke a day or two ago. A teacher, a lawyer, and a priest are in a burning school. Teacher says, "What about the children?" The lawyer says, "Fuck them." The priest says, "Do you think we have time?" cardio infraction. I just said them. I don't think I did. I don't think I've said that one before. Rebecca, what I would say is it's not an excuse, it's an explanation. My Kaylin fan? I don't know who Kaylin is. What's the worst thing you can do to a blind person? Leave the plunger in the toilet. Hold down the rabbit hole that is Kaylin Marie Wilcher. Is it drama shit, Larry? Because I don't want drama shit. I don't care about that. Yeah, she doesn't really seem like somebody I'd care about. Letitia. I don't think I need to watch anyone. The only person I need to watch is your mom on OnlyFans. Damn it, I failed my challenge. Damn it. Got a candle that's called Paris Amour. I'm just grabbing it since she said it smelled just like Paris Amour. Let's see, Paris Amour would be like Paris Love. So I would think if it's going to smell like Paris Love, I would think that it would probably smell like cigarettes and herpes. need to watch my mother on the kid. Unfortunately, I'm actually cheap. I don't subscribe to your mom's OnlyFans. I wait for it to be I wait for other people to post it on YouTube on YouPorn or porn. I wait for other people to post it on Pornhub. Never guessed that she pronounces Taj Mahal. Taj Mahal. Taj Mahal. Does she pronounce it as Taj Mahal? Taja Mahal. Thanks, Naughty. See, I like to look up how things are pronounced. That's my checking. All right, I keep forgetting about that, Jordan. I'll get around to it at some point, probably. Statistically, I am likely to get around to it eventually. I do need to go to the post office, yeah. But before I do that, I'd have to box up. There are boxes at the post office. Yeah. But it's effort. Did I bring it to you? No. You don't, Naughty. I sent you sheets in the perfect size box. It's tape and writing an address. But there's labels on the box, Jordan. I can't just. There's already labels on that box. Well, so it's a little bit. Feels a little bit big for for the jacket. Like the mouth Sharpie. I don't think I actually have a Sharpie, come to think of it. Funny enough. Shit, I barely have pens. My pen. can make your own label with tape and paper. I know. I am that lazy. The effort you're going to create excuses. Excuses aren't effort, though. Excuses don't feel like effort. They come effortlessly. This job I'm going poorly. I'll take another quick look again tonight. Can let a day go by without you being asked. Couldn't you, though? Couldn't you let a day go by without me being asked? Apply for Social Security disability income. Yeah, I should probably get on applying for something. I already expressed angst to my husband tonight about not having a job. Yeah, it's not great. You knew 1 month really meant 3 months. I wasn't really expecting it to take this long. You see your inheritance dwindle. So do I. I honestly wasn't expecting it to take this much time to get a job. But yeah. Does doing Get Boy content tempt you? No. Getting weird? Slightly. Like, I know I will be able to find something, but it's part of the problem is, like, I don't want to do sales. A lot of the work from home jobs are sales jobs. And I am shit at sales. It's not something that I'm good at. So data entry. Not a lot of data entry jobs. Get a certification. Medical coding. I'm uncomfortable with anything relating to medicine. Do you like fries with that? I cannot do watch The Wolf of Wall Street on repeat. Yeah, I could not do like any sort of food service job. I could not handle that. Just for insurance companies, I suppose. I can think about it at least. Suppose if I see one, I'll apply. If I see another one, I'll apply. I think I might have passed by a few of them. If I see one, then I'll apply for it. Why not? Hey, Phineas. Virtual babysitting. I have never even heard of virtual babysitting. Doesn't sound like something I'd be particularly interested in anyway. Yeah, right now. Yeah. So that's what this is. Yeah. Exactly. This is the virtual babysitting. 2 hours a day to keep all 2 hours a day to keep all these people out of trouble. Um, but not anything involving kids. No, just absolute no right there. Kids are weird and gross and ugh. Deliver mail on a bike. Hey, Julie. Just stay unemployed and play your savings. My friend pays $5 an hour just to blow up balloons. I mean, that's not a lot of money. $5 an hour isn't much. Apply for game dev. But I know nothing about game development. Liquor store job? Not sure. But as someone who doesn't drink at all, that just feels inappropriate. Easiest money ever. I can't blow up a balloon. I don't know what I like. I just can't do it. I can't blow up a balloon. I have tried in the past, and I just yeah. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I'm doing something wrong. Stocking shelves. Yeah. I don't really want to do that kind of physical labor. Don't want to work. I don't know. get steps in. Fuck that. Just need a vacuum. And apparently I can't create a vacuum then. Hey, Carolyn. Anyway, Killface, as far as like working at a liquor store, I think you do need to be able to offer advice. Like you need to be able to, you need to know what you're talking about regarding the stock. Maybe it will, Larry, but meh. Find an excuse for anything to not do it. Yes, I can. I am a pro at excuses. The government benefits and the pension. Think so. That is true, Phineas. Yeah, the pretty sure the options are limited, are getting a little bit more limited right now. Hostage negotiator procurer. I could do that. What's your idea, Rebecca? Illuminati receptionist? Yeah, that's great. I fucking hate when that happens. When I'm trying to get the lid off something and it doesn't fucking come off. Like you're just like twisting it, your hand starts hurting. Fucking hate it. No. No, I've still got plenty of savings, so I'm a long ways off from being at risk of having to move out. The other day, I was trying to get the lid off a bottle of sweet and sour sauce, or jar of sweet and sour. I was trying to get the lid off a jar of sweet and sour sauce. Was not fucking coming off. I did finally get it off. And the problem was like the rim was just absolutely like it was sugar. You know, like that, like hard ass sugar, like you know, like when sugar like sort of dries out and gets super hard. And it was like, holy shit, this sweet and sour sauce has way too much sugar if this is happening. I did do that, Rebecca. That's how I finally managed. That's how I finally managed to get it off. Was like doing it a bunch, not under hot water. Like I did, like I had to keep doing it. I had to do it a lot, even with like the like yeah using something to try to get it open. It was like it was really really bad. And like I said, by the time I got it off, finally got it off, is yeah. the brand I got is No Name brand, and they clearly use way too much sugar in that. And I mean, it tastes it. I got the No Name brand. It is not as good as the VH sauce. It is definitely too much sugar. Did you call the emergency crew and you got your hand stuck in a Pringles can? I have never had Pringles, Dandy. Beyond that, if I was going to have Pringles, she said she lost a Pringles cap in her fine self. Never? No, I don't want Pringles. Corn Pringles that came in the black canister. Yeah, if I'm having Pringles, when they're starting to get too far for me to just grab out, just tip the can. You just tip the can. Air more satisfying than Pringles. Who are the weirdos who try to stick their hand down the entire fucking can? That's not a thing, right? People trying to stick their whole hand into the can? No, you just gotta tip it a little bit. Resource officer or librarian at school. School librarians, if there were positions that were full time. If I could get one old chip back, it would have to be Keebler Pizzerias. Lunch lady. Fun fact, for Pringles, the original intention was actually that they were going to make fleshlights, but then they got an order of potatoes and said, well, may as well. I'm joking. They weren't originally planning on making fleshlights. Got up and got my gripper. I don't have a gripper. Made for this problem. Everyone here needs to try pizza shapes. You don't get the my fleshlight joke. It wasn't a particularly good joke, Naughty. There's the old myth is playing on the old myth that they were that Pringles was originally going to make tennis balls, which I'm pretty sure was not is not actually true. Because the old legend is that they were originally going to make tennis balls, but then they got shipment of potatoes instead of rubber or whatever, and they're like, "Well, cut them up and stick them in the can." Obviously false because the tube shape. Exactly, yes, the tube shape. Cheetos paws weren't as good. I never had. I've never been much for Cheetos. Remember clear Pepsi? A little bit. Sort of remember. Not something I ever had myself, but yeah, I remember it vaguely. Crystal Pepsi. If I could eat a triplet of something, it would definitely be the original or Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Yeah, there was a bit of a fad of having sodas be clear for some reason. OD'd on the pause when I was 8. Anyway, 2 hours, so I'm gonna get going for tonight. So thanks for coming. Good night, everybody.